Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back with another video. And with the Amberlynn video I made yesterday, you guys kind of wanted me to check in on this new drama with her, apparently, where she didn't get approved for weight loss surgery. And as somebody, oh God, I had the surgery, what, 15, nope, 17 months ago almost now. So I'm coming up on a year and a half. I'm getting close to, I'm like at 285 pounds down. I wish I was a little further along, but hey, 285 is not that bad. But I would understand a lot more of why she wasn't approved as somebody who did all the clearances and jumped through all the hoops and stuff. So I'm going to check this out and I'll give you guys my take, and it might give a little more insight, and I feel like I'm going to know something. But her video was 22 minutes long, so this one's 11 by some other creator, and I'm going to link it in the original if you just want to go watch that without my opinion. But yeah, let's check this out.
Three, two, one.
And my foot was just like dangling.
Oh, this you
Dingling.
crazy mother.
Yo! Hey lady!
You don't have OCD.
You forgot your spaghetti!
You have obesity.
Who's that? Oh, that must be her girlfriend, because somebody told me when I was saying, oh, I think I'm in love, that she is not team strictly dickly, like, so I ain't got a shot. But okay, that's her girlfriend. I got it now.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here. I'm actually starving. That should be my middle name. Amberlynn Hungry Reid. I don't know. I just feel so disconnected. She was like, "You're healthy,
No one cares!
but you are obese."
Bro, she's like proportionately better than a lot of people that would be close to 600 pounds. I was blessed with height. It don't look like she was, because she's, oh my God, I thought her shirt said anal for a second. That's definitely animal. Whoa.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Hey girls. So Amber has let us know that her
Girls.
job is not her top priority right now and hasn't really been uploading recently.
Yeah, mukbangs are a
She
priority.
is, however, very active on Instagram doing her usual
Duh,
Q&As.
hater. Are you embarrassed at 10 years YouTube, 150 pounds? Yeah.
Someone asked her when we will be getting
I started my YouTube because I wanted like something to keep me honest. Like if everyone could see me like crash and burn, I had to do good on my diet. So that was my motivation, but I'm actually doing the shit. Like I'm losing the weight. You just like to call everybody haters, as you say, but I like to call it just full of your shit. Like they're done with it, so sick of your shit. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that.
a weight loss surgery update, and she said she would let us know in her next video, which is today's video, and warned us that she got bad news and that she
I
needs
got
people to be
bad
kind to her.
news. Okay, but
And I have realized
okay, I cannot watch this girl twerk for another minute without throwing up my lunch. Ew. Does she do that too? Like, because I know there's some guy out there just greasing his kielbasa to that one.
I'm so much better than majority of you.
You bitch.
You're only saying that my content's boring because you want a reason to hate on me because I'm fat.
No.
I don't know about you, but I have a feeling I won't be able to find my sympathy bone.
Yeah, me either. But here's the thing. With people who are like, oh, it's because I'm fat this, fat that, nobody cares about your weight as much as you. So you're just projecting that on other people, because I guarantee you're your own harshest critic. They're sick of you making all these promises and saying you're going to do this or that and not, like, put up or shut up. You know, it's like they're sick of watching you crash and burn, and they want to see you succeed. So it's not a hater at that point.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
With all that
trying
said,
to find my
let's take a
give a
look at
damn
what
bone.
this very predictable turn of events will be.
I hit a little low. I got some bad news, has been some things kind of surfacing in my brain and things that I have to like absorb and process myself.
Is it me, or does she look like that chick from the Addams Family right now? Yeah, she definitely kind of does to me with the black hair look.
And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit.
Yep,
They
gonorrhea.
recommend certain vitamins and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office. It is Alive Women's Ultra Potency. I already feel them like doing their thing. I do have weird
What?
medicine, anxiety. I was fine with taking Delta 8.
Well, that's what Xanax is for. I'm kidding, obviously. But Delta 8, I didn't really like Delta 8. It just makes me sleepy. It's not really my thing. I do have some edible, like, weed honey. left over, like in a straw, but that stuff puts me on my ass. I can't even touch it.
But then I get like scared to take vitamins. It's weird. I know.
You'll take
so
B,
I was
but
holding
not
on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of Amazon.
What?
I was nervous to take them because like there's been things where you can like overdose on vitamins without even trying, and I'm just like, I'm scared.
You remember when I had the Rona a few weeks back? I'm pretty sure I poisoned myself with elderberry. Because that shit tastes so good. It's like boost your immune system, right? I was eating so many of those a day. I was like, yeah, it'll just pump up my immune system. I didn't realize you could get friggin' cyanide poisoning. And that explains me like pooping through a screen door the whole time. Like I was so sick.
I've gotten questions though about like, how are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys
Overshare.
that just naturally, I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever. I get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000. I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just...
Okay, this chick's out of her damn gourd if she thinks she's doing 4,000 steps and maintaining 600 pounds. That's just ridiculous. Like, is she so delusional? Like, what the actual hell is going on?
Be like, yeah, let's do 10,000. Not gonna happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because I try.
I was so embarrassed and so ashamed, and in that moment I truly thought that this was it. This was my life. This is how I'm going to be forever, bedbound. There were times where I tried to convince myself, my delusional self, that I wasn't bedbound, but honestly, if you can only walk for a minute at the size that you are, then that is a version of bedbound.
I mean, trying is kind of the key, but you guys think I'm gonna make fun of her for that? No, because my ass was just as slow up the steps. The difference is I stuck to my diet and I'm trying to do something about it. You're just sitting here spinning your wheels and like waiting for everyone to be sorry for you, which isn't doing it for me. It's giving off no, sis.
If you were to binge after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick. So with the psychologist, he was able to see that I was past that stage of my life, and I was diagnosed with binge eating about a year ago. And since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed. My mentality and what I consider a binge and the whole thing.
Okay, well, if she's been seeing a psychologist for the last year, I only had to see one once to get cleared. And they were like, you're the greatest friggin' person alive. You don't need me. That's literally what they told me.
You guys have seen that firsthand. I showed you guys a binge. I think it was in December, and you guys were like, that's just a normal meal.
I've seen her binge a lot.
Binging. I want to show you what it is. So I originally wanted McDonald's.
That's called breakfast for Amberlynn. Like, that is not a binge. Like, what is she... This girl's out of her gourd, man.
But
that's a light
they weren't
day,
open.
from what I've seen.
So I got this place called Rally's.
Yeah, Checkers.
Which it's also known as Checkers in some places. I got a single cheeseburger. I took everything off it.
Bullshit. You already ate the other 2 cheeseburgers. You can't fool me. I know what 600-pounders do. You are showing on what you want to see that you ate. You already friggin' housed the pie or whatever the hell comes at Checkers. I ain't been to Checkers in forever.
Ketchup, mustard, I don't like all that. And I just got onion, a fry, and 4 mozzarella sticks.
I don't like mozzarella sticks.
I got a root beer. So, there it is for you guys.
Oh my god.
So if this was an overeating situation where I want to show you guys the difference in that, I probably would have not gotten the soda.
Oh my god. She really thinks if she just cuts the soda, like she's perfectly fine. Oh my god. What is going on? But I did realize that I was drinking like 1,000 calories a day or something like that at my heaviest. And like I checked the calorie calculator because people were like, you had to be eating more. I was like, no, I was pretty much inactive. It said 4,500 calories a day will maintain 600 pounds if you're doing absolutely nothing. And she's doing 4,000 steps, so she's got to be up there in the 12 grand range.
Definitely not. And I wouldn't have gotten the mozzarella sticks. I would have gotten just a small fry and just the cheeseburger.
Oh my god.
So
guys.
There's the difference in that.
The way that I see binging is very different than the standard binging. And that's been hard for me to like wrap my head around. The psychologist said, you know, binging is eating 3 times what you normally would as a person. And I don't do that.
Yeah, because you do that every time. I don't know if she's like really got binging in a traditional sense. I think she's just eating everything. She's on the seafood diet. Like, she sees it, she eats that shit. It's gone. There's no binging here. So I think I think there's some backstory that's being lost here with the therapist or something, because she's just eating whatever. I don't think she's binging. She just has no, like, sense of what a proper portion should be, which is really what the surgery taught me.
That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat. I am 500 pounds. I have been 572. I have been almost 600 pounds. You can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food.
Yeah.
Is that just like massively overeating, or is that binging? For the normal person, it looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show what they're eating, I've never ate that much in one sitting.
Yeah. Now they're going to flash to her eating that much. Yeah, but that show, like, people don't realize, and I did hear this in the comments from someone, that they actually pay you or pay for the food and they incentivize you to order more. But I don't know how people eat that much, even half of what they order on the show. Because even at my heaviest, I probably would have struggled with this big old hot dog plate she's got, or whatever the hell that thing is. She's a glizzy gobbler.
Let's do this thing. I haven't yet tried it, so I'm like, oh my gosh.
She says that every time. Okay, that is not binging. She's going to house that whole friggin' tray of noodles, and she's going to tell us that that's just a Tuesday. That ain't got nothing to do with binging. Dude, that's so much. That's got to be like 3,500 carbs right there alone or something.
Oh my gosh.
Stop acting like you're not going to eat all of that.
Absolutely amazing. If you stop eating like right before you start feeling full,
Oh my God.
it's more satisfying.
But you don't know what full is. If you're like, for me, for a long time, I didn't realize I was stuffing myself every time I ate. And then it finally clicked to me after the surgery, like, wow, like, this is painful when I take, like, so much. Like, I don't eat to the point of being stuffed anymore. Like, the second I start to feel a little full, I stop. Before, I would have ate until I couldn't eat anymore.
I originally wanted the roasted wings.
Bullshit.
But
Nobody
you
wants
guys
roasted over
didn't.
fried.
Oh wow, okay. That's a hill.
Yeah,
Right.
no shit, that's a lot of chicken.
I do eat this part.
Holy
So, I know
shit, do you have stock in Purdue or something? That's a lot of chicken, lady.
The video you guys got from me yesterday was a mukbang. I figured we do another. I'm just gonna dive right in. I saw other
Those rotisserie chickens are so good.
mukbangers do this, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so good.
Yeah, suck the bone marrow, lady.
I've never in my life ate that much in one sitting.
Yeah, oh my god, that flashback was so good. Because you just showed us like 6 friggin', like, her eating that much 6 times. And she's still, like, her denial is strong. She is, like, so far gone that she really believes what she's selling. And that's like a pathological liar for sure.
That's why I feel like the show exaggerates. And I find this part of my journey unfair. I have not what I consider binged since somewhere in December. This whole
yeah, because that's dinner.
January, February, we're fixing to be in March. I have not ate in a binging manner. And I had my dietitian appointment and she told me, this is going to be hard to hear. If you're trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year.
That's actually pretty strict, but my surgeon wasn't nearly that strict. But at her, like, level of, because they could see everything she's eating, right? My surgeon couldn't see what I was eating at home or whatever. He just knew I was losing weight. But her, it's on full display. And they know that if she gets the surgery and goes home and eats like she's eating now, that she's going to be right back on the operating table. So it's really dangerous for that surgeon to do it with her. So I understand that. But a whole year is kind of extreme. I think she could get like a few months under her belt. And at that point, like, realize the gravity of what's going on.
365 days without one binge. That it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess from
how bad
this
do you
point
want
forward,
it, though?
I'm going to see the dietitian once a month. She said the improvements I'm making is
had to do
amazing,
that.
and she's proud, and I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year.
I mean, they're going to have to see it on the scale, right? She could say your improvements are great, yada, yada, yada. But obviously, you're not putting in enough work, or they probably would have approved you. Because I'm assuming she's self-pay or whatever, and she doesn't have to jump through all the hoops I did to get my insurance to cover it. because I went to at least 100 doctor appointments. I kid you not. Because I started this, the Rona happens 3 months after. I had to do all my clearances again. I yo-yoed up and down, got my stuff canceled a few times. Like, it was crazy. I was struggling there for a minute, and then I got my ass in gear, and I've been on this road to getting better ever since.
She cannot approve me for a year. And I immediately broke down.
Broke down in relief. We know she has been hoping she wouldn't be approved for surgery.
I don't know about that.
And honestly, this may be the best thing for her because if she were approved right now, it would be extremely detrimental to her health. And I'm glad this so-called dietitian saw it too.
I'm going to give her the benefit of a doubt, and it would be crushing if she thinks she's going to get it. But I also think that she probably just thinks that this is like a fix-all tool, that if she gets the surgery, everything from this point is just going to be like a cakewalk. But it's not. Like, you actually still have to put in the work. I sometimes consider it, hey, I cheated a little bit. I just had them cut out 90% of my stomach. But there's a lot of stuff that comes after that. And if you don't stick to the program, you're going to screw yourself up. And it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. You're just going to put all the weight back on in the long run. So.
I have been doing everything to get this surgery. I have gotten people messaging me saying, how are you getting through this process so quickly? I've been doing this for months and I'm not even as far along as you. I wanted the surgery before summer.
It's because she doesn't have to get all the clearances. Yeah.
That would have been manageable. But since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable. And it's not.
She probably actually doesn't want the surgery because if she's self-pay, I'm going to almost guarantee if she got a couple months under her belt and switched to a different surgeon, like they would do it for her. And she wouldn't have to jump through all these clearances and stuff like that, like I did. But yeah, there's no way that they would make her go a full year. I think she probably hasn't lost any weight, and they don't want to give her the surgery and have her hurt herself, and it be like them be liable for it. But yeah, there's no way. She could definitely get it. So maybe she really doesn't want it. Maybe she doesn't want to have to adjust and change her lifestyle. She just enjoys eating too much.
Not possible. This isn't fair. I instantly thought of 600 Pound Life, where they're worse
She keeps
off.
comparing to that.
They eat way more than I do in one sitting.
Okay.
Why are they able to get the surgery? I think it's triggering, and it brings
because
up
they
like,
lost weight.
past trauma
What the
for
hell?
me, knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not going to matter.
You're
All the tests I
deluded,
did,
chick.
doesn't matter. I feel myself wanting to slip into bad routine.
I've realized why this chick has so many haters now, because she just deflects. Nothing is her fault at all. Like, she's done nothing wrong. It's everybody else's fault. My 600 Pound Life. Like, they lost hundreds of pounds or anything before they got the surgery. But it's that's not fair. She just binged a few times. She has lost 5 pounds. Guys, count them. 5. That's one weekend of peeing too much. But she's going to consider that like, hey, I deserve the surgery. Like, no, that's not how it works, sweetheart.
If she wants it, and really wants it, she could look at this like a challenge.
True.
She admitted just last month that time goes by so quickly, and before she knows it, that year will pass. And she can either have accomplished something by the end of it, stayed stagnant, or even regressed.
Okay.
Now there's just like such a big gap of time for me to just fail.
Wait.
A lot of you are going to be like, she didn't even want the surgery.
I mean, you've been failing from the start, though, but it's like everyone's waiting for you to actually do it. Like, she's all these haters, all this and that, all these people watching her. It's because they can't believe it's been 10 friggin' years and you have done nothing but gain weight and talk about how bad you want this. Like, at some point, everyone's just going to stop paying attention to you. They're going to get out of this little girl world universe and they're just going to be like, all right, it's never going to happen. This chick's going to hit the 1,000-pound mark and she's going to still be talking about how bad she wants this.
You know, it's so crazy because I wanted the surgery so bad that that's all my channel has been. And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing.
They're sick of your shit, lady.
It's about a weight loss journey, and after a decade, she still hasn't lost weight. That's more mind-blowing than anything.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It's mind-blowing. When I tell you I broke down, after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack. Like,
I'm going to give you guys some context. When I was, 25, so 8 years ago, I weighed in at a bariatric surgeon because I didn't have a scale at home that would weigh me, and I was at the hospital, right? I weighed in at 509. So I gained, what is that? 95 pounds in that 8 years or whatever, right? Or actually, I had the surgery, I was 31. So in 6 years, I gained 95 pounds. And I was eating whatever the hell I wanted. This chick's running friggin' marathons, doing 4,000 steps a day, and she still gained 150 pounds. So that should just show you the context of like how bad she's eating, because I was eating total junk. Like if you gave me a whole pack of Reese's or something, or I mean a whole pack of Oreos, I'd punish that whole damn thing in a day. And this chick gained more weight than me.
Like a full-fledged anxiety attack. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves after surgery.
Yes,
I get it.
At least she knows that.
But I don't have issues binging.
And that's why she went from saying she was diagnosed with BED for the past decade to suddenly saying she didn't have it.
She kind of doesn't. She eats like that every day.
She could not be approved for weight loss surgery if she didn't work on her ED.
But is it binging if you just eat that way nonstop? I don't know how that works. Because she's just punishing food left and right. Like, I don't think it's binging at that point. It's just called gluttony at that point, I think.
And obviously I can't change overnight. You guys know I suffer with binge eating, which I do want to talk to you guys about because I was officially diagnosed with binge eating disorder by my therapist. It wasn't yesterday, but it was the day before.
And I seen the message myself.
Because when you have a binge eating disorder, if you cut...
So basically it's whatever's convenient to her, she's just going to just say. So I have binge eating disorder. That's why I can't lose weight. Now she doesn't have it because she wants the surgery, but she doesn't want to lose any weight beforehand. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into getting approved, and that's why, like, my 600-pound life is so extreme and, like, make you do, like, all this process of losing weight, and Dr. Now's diet is pretty damn hard, which I've been thinking about trying his diet just to see if it would, like, kick my weight loss back into high gear. I might try that.
Everything out right off the bat, it's just going to make your disorder worse. I'm not going to count calories. Counting calories is very, very, very bad for someone with a disorder like I have. This helps with a lot of people with binge eating disorders, so I'm going to be focusing on doing that because I was officially diagnosed with binge eating disorder.
Oh my god. So for 5 years she's been saying she's been diagnosed, but all of a sudden now she's been cured, guys. Now she wants the surgery. This chick is like infuriating and fascinating at the same time. Like, I want to get off the roller coaster, but there's no way without jumping. Like, I have to know how this finishes. I could watch this for the next decade, and just because I want to know how it ends.
By my therapist. I was diagnosed when I was 16. My main focus is not to binge.
It's painful.
That is all I'm worried about. I really want to see, am I binging or am I a food addict? I have always said that I have binge eating disorder. I was diagnosed with binge eating disorder.
Okay, well, you're officially diagnosed. It's over. We figured it out. No need to call Jeopardy. Like, we got the answer, right? So, you have binge eating disorder. But also, how the hell is it binge eating? She eats like that every time I've ever seen her eat. At that point, like I said, it's just gluttony. I don't think it counts.
But was I misdiagnosed? Because am I just a food addict? And I've never had those types of issues, like eating 3 times the amount you normally would. I've never had that.
Hey, look at her go! Look at her go! Look at her go! Hercules, Hercules! No, but yeah, at least she's doing something. Like, I always say, at that size, like, I would have done something like that, but that was me walking to the mailbox. I wasn't friggin' like going out there just to exercise. So, hey, I'm not knocking her for trying, because a lot of people at that weight feel like they can't try, but I am knocking her for saying she does 4,000 steps, and I bet she's at death's door with that, like, 200.
I need people to know that, like, mental things it's scary. Like,
is she always the victim?
There are girls outside right now that are taking selfies in front of a rock wall.
I mean, you're kind of infamous for taking pictures of your ass in Walmart from the last video I saw, so I wouldn't be making fun of women for taking selfies outside. But I don't know. Oh my god, look at that picture. Wow, her arm flaps are crazy. But yeah, dude, so she's just a victim. Like, everything about her, she could definitely get this surgery if she just showed steady weight loss, but that would mean she had to try, and I don't think she's willing to try. She's self-pay, so it would be a lot easier for her to get it than anybody else. Like, there's a lot of hurdles you have to jump through, and I wish I still had my checklist. It's somewhere around here, but I could show you all the doctor's appointments, and I had to do most of them twice because the Rona effed me up, and I had to redo them. So I had to really want it. Like, there were so many times I just wanted to throw in the towel, but I also knew that that was like my last chance, like to get my life back in order. And it wasn't going to take me, half a decade because I was going to get the surgery to help like push it along faster. But yeah, Amberlynn, infuriating and fascinating. I don't know how I got sucked into this, but I'm blaming you guys. You guys did all this to me. But all right, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.